This is the ALLPOWERS R2500 portable power station. Key features that stood out to me right away are the 2016 watt-hours Life PO4 battery, the 2500 watts pure sine inverter with a 4000 watt surge, a 30A RV outlet, 420A capable AC receptacles, fast AC charging up to 1500 watts, and a serious 1000 watt MPPT solar input. It also has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth control through the ALLPOWERS app and a sub-15 millisecond UPS mode. In my opinion, this spec sheet is aimed at folks who actually run real loads: RVs, vans, small shops, homesteads, and anyone who wants reliable backup for essentials. On look and feel, the chassis has a solid utility-first vibe. The case is ABS plastic, but the panels feel dense and well-fitted, and the molding doesn't flex when you grip the handles. The lines are clean, the ports are clearly labeled, and the screen is bright with no glare stripe under overhead lights. The layout is straightforward: AC on one side, DC and USB up front, with that 30A RV port and a set of USB-C 100-watt outputs that actually deliver. The whole thing is big and heavy, around 65 pounds, so I treat it as luckable, not grab and go. Two wide handles help with short moves, and the squat footprint sits securely on the floor of a van bay or under a workbench without wobble. The LCD shows battery percentage, input-output watts, and port status at a glance. No weird menu maze, just real buttons for AC and DC sections that click positively. From my experience, the inverter muscle is the headline. I've pushed it with a space heater, kettle, and a shop vac at different times, and it didn't flinch. A microwave cycles as expected. Power tools spool up cleanly. That 4000 watt surge helps with inductive loads. The AC outlets, being NEMA 520, is a quiet win. If you have 20 amp plugs with the horizontal blade, they fit properly. The 30 amp RV port is convenient for a quick shore tie without hauling out adapters. On UPS behavior, the transfer is quick enough that my desktop didn't restart when I cut mains power. The screen blinked, but nothing crashed. Important note, in UPS mode, the output caps at about 1500 watts, which is fine for a computer, router, lights, and a fridge. But I wouldn't throw a big heater on that circuit while it's acting like an inline backup. Charging is where I spent a lot of time. AC charging out of the box pulled around a kilowatt in what the app calls standard mode, filling the battery in roughly 2 hours. Switching to fast in the app jumps toward 1500 watts, which trims time noticeably. Fan noise ramps up with that. It's a steady whoosh, not a whistle. But at full tilt, it's loud enough that I keep it in a garage or a van bay during fast charge sessions. At light loads, the fans are mostly quiet, though I did notice they spin up sometimes, just by toggling the AC inverter on with no devices attached. That seems like a bit of parasitic overhead in the inverter section. Solar was straightforward. The SP033 200 watt panel is well made, folds securely, and comes with the connectors you'd expect. Under clear midday sun, I saw typical 120 to 170 watts from a single 200 watt panel, which is normal for real conditions. When I paired multiple panels later, the internal MPPT made good use of the added input. At 600 to 800 watts of array, the charge curve looked efficient and stable. If you want to use the R2500 to its potential off-grid, more than one panel is the way to go. The unit can take up to 1000 watts of solar, so there's room to scale. The app is genuinely helpful for monitoring watts in and out, and for toggling AC and DC remotely. I like that I can set charge behavior without poking at the front panel. That said, Bluetooth range is short. I had to reconnect a few times from outside a van door, and once the app didn't see the unit until I restarted it. Wi-Fi control is better for range, but initial pairing took me a couple tries. Firmware updated smoothly, and after that, the fast charge option stuck reliably. One test session held around 10-20 watts on AC until I reselected fast in the app. Then it shot up. So there's a learning curve there if you expect full speed right away. Reliability is the part I was most cautious about. I've seen enough chatter about logic board faults to take the warranty seriously. I had one hard lock behavior where the unit spun up fans and wouldn't enable output. Cycling power and letting it sit cleared it, and it never returned. But that incident made me pay attention to temperatures and airflow during heavy charging. To be fair, the majority of my time was smooth and powerful, and when it works, it really works. Still, if you're depending on this for mission-critical medical gear, I'd pair it with a fallback plan. The good news is the Life PO4 chemistry is the right choice for long life and safety. And the rated 3500 plus cycles to 80% capacity is exactly what I want for a device that might see daily use. What I like and why it matters day to day: The pure sine wave output is clean, so sensitive stuff like laptops and monitors behave as they should. The 20AC capable AC outlets are a practical upgrade over ordinary 15A sockets. That 30A RV port makes setup faster, with fewer adapters cluttering the cable bin. The 1500W AC charging is excellent when I need a quick turnaround, and the 1000-watt solar ceiling means I can truly replenish off-grid with a larger array. The UPS switchover is quick enough that I can trust it for a desktop and network gear without hiccups. The interface is simple, the app shows the numbers I care about, and the battery chemistry is the right one for longevity. It's perfect for RV trips, power tools at a remote job site, storm season backup for a fridge and electronics. Or as a solar hub you can expand by adding more panels or extra batteries down the line. From my experience, the cooling fans get loud during fast charge, so I plan my fast top-ups for times when the noise won't bother anyone. I also learned to verify charge mode in the app so I don't assume it's pulling 1500W when it's sitting at standard. There are a few small caveats I keep in mind. It's heavy. I move it with intention and prefer a cart for distance. Some accessories, like certain vehicle charging cables, aren't included, so check your kit list. The app connection can be finicky on Bluetooth if you walk away, so I use Wi-Fi when possible. I've heard isolated reports of inverter clicking at very low loads, and, as mentioned, the occasional fan spin with no apparent demand. Nothing here is a deal breaker for how I use it, but it's worth knowing. I'd recommend this for anyone who needs serious portable AC power with fast turnaround charging and plans to lean into solar. If you're outfitting an RV with a 30A hookup, powering a workstation and lights in a garage with spotty mains, or you want a flexible backup for outages that keeps your essentials running, the R2500 has the muscle and the right ports. If your use is absolutely critical and downtime is unacceptable, I'd urge some redundancy or a model with a longer reliability track record. In conclusion, the ALLPOWERS R2500 with the SP033 panel is a high-capacity LifePO4 power station that can push real household loads, charge very quickly, and scale well with solar. The hardware design feels sturdy, the interface is easy, and the performance when it's on song is excellent. The trade-offs are weight, fan noise under heavy charging, and the need to be mindful of firmware, app settings, and the UPS output limit. In my opinion, if you understand those limits and set it up thoughtfully, this unit can anchor a capable off-grid or backup setup. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe and drop your questions or your own experience with the R2500 in the comments. Thank you for watching.